We came from the church. A group of interested Presbyterians said, we'd like a Presbyterian retirement presence in Raleigh, in the Triangle area.
The precursor to Glenaire was Whitegate Farms, a beautiful tract of land given by church member Mrs. Elizabeth Anderson, 90.5 acres. Unfortunately, that beautiful tract of land had impediments, which meant that it could not be used. And the Whitegate Farms Committee at that time, composed mainly of members of First Presbyterian Church, with some members also from White Memorial, became part of the umbrella of Presbyterian Homes Incorporated. They joined forces. When I was working with the leaders at First Presbyterian Church about the dream which became a reality as Glenaire in 1993, at that time I didn't realize that I would become part of this dream after retirement. My wife was involved in a serious car accident, and that triggered neurological problems. And it was important for us to be in a community of faith where she felt secure and loved and could receive the best care possible. And Glenaire fit all of those criteria.
Glenaire is a community more than anything else. Everything that we do tends to come back to community. Community of residents and staff members working together as a family. I think that kind of is our mission. It's two groups of people who live and work together to form one community.
As an avocation, I'm an artist, and I've been just looking forward to coming here where I could paint without interruption from other things that come into life. And there is an art community here, which I'm very excited about. So from a personal viewpoint, those are some of the main things that have caused me to think very positively about Glenaire and ultimately to come here.
We moved to Glenaire after experiencing the move that my mother made from Atlanta, Georgia. She knew no one and came into Glenaire. And the way she was received was wonderful. She was very nervous because she'd never gone anywhere without my father. And I would not be surprised if my own children would even be considering this, so that they're not a burden to their children.
So a community of residents, I think, is an important part of what we do. There's a community of staff members who are long tenured and heavily invested. To see the love that staff members express towards your loved one is an amazing thing to see. They have to feel like what they're doing is making a difference in the world.
I'm so glad to be here among the residents because all of them bring a lot of love to me and a lot of joy. My mom, she used to bake these biscuits, and oh, that was the big highlight of my day. It was just joy. I said, Mom, I want to know how to make biscuits. She said, son, the first ingredient is you have to put a lot of love in it. I put a lot of love in it for the residents, and they know that.
I think another way that we serve our community is through economic impact. It's about $17 million a year. We've brought 240 jobs to our local economy. And we spend capital dollars. We built in 1993. Our building costs were around $30-some million. Then in 2000, we built new buildings. In 2004, we added 14 new cottages. 2006 and 2007, we added a wellness center and a cafe. And now we're on the cusp of really getting into our health center renovations, possibly building another building. So Glenaire and the Presbyterian Homes are in business to stay here. And I think it gives people a sense that I can move to Glenaire, I can make a major life decision with a lot of confidence.
It's important to provide an environment for older adults where they are able to live to the fullest, spiritually, physically, intellectually, and socially. And that is a form of ministry, a faith-based community where everyone feels like he or she is part of a family. And so Glenaire is an extension of Christian ministry.